The Grand PC Master Race. Have you ever wondered if you're part of it? If you haven't, well, you've come to the wrong place. Check out next week's show about console peasants, and if you're one of them. Today's show is about if you or someone you know is a PC Master Racist. These are the top 7 signs that you might be a PC Master Racist. Though, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have called it PC Master Racist. Some people may be offended by that one. Mac users mostly. That being said, let's get this ball started with number 7. You love your PC. Like, a lot. You care for your PC. You actually try your best to keep it in good shape, to clean it, to give it a proper wire management that would make anyone just look at it like a work of art, and you would never ever mistreat it, abandon it, or take out your frustration on it, because this PC has been with you since the beginning. It's been there for you through bad, through good, through sickness, through health. It's been there for you. Now, if there were an earthquake, odds are instead of hiding under your desk or fleeing, you would make sure your PC is alright. You would think, can I take the PC and the monitors with me quickly? Or if I throw myself over the PC, will that steel beam that's falling kill me but leave the PC safe? Now, if you actually have thought of that, may I suggest you first take care of yourself? I mean, if there's an earthquake, go outside, stand in a doorway, hide under your desk. The PC doesn't matter all that much. I mean, contrary to what your parents have told you, the PC can actually be replaced, whereas you can't be replaced. Also, you had very awful parents. Number 6. You believe that Linux is the future. You've known this for a while now. Ever since Microsoft started with Games for Windows Live and now with Windows 10 and that Universal Windows platform thingy, you've known that Linux is the answer for gaming for just about everything. You are ready at a moment's notice to tell everyone you know that it's time to switch to Linux, that it's time to play all your games on Linux, that now is the moment to abandon the shackles of Windows, to abandon the shackles of Microsoft, because what has Microsoft ever done for us? But aside from that, what does Microsoft do for us now, apart from just forcing Windows 10 updates on everyone? You are certain, beyond the shadow of any doubt, that Linux is the way to go. Now, you're not actually going to install it right now. I mean, there are some games you can't play on Linux yet, but you will tell everyone else to install it. Now, again, you don't actually have any experience installing Linux yourself. You've never used it, but you know it has to be amazing because it's free, and someone else told you that it's the way to go. Number 5. You know everything about software and hardware, and I mean everything. You're the kind of person that could walk into a room and just tell everyone everything they ever wanted to know about building a PC, about what a draw call is, what an API is, how DirectX works. You probably know by heart at least half the lines in the DirectX 12 source code. There's no secret left for you when it comes to hardware. I mean, you just know in your heart that AMD sucks, Nvidia rules, and that Intel makes the only processors you ever want to buy. You understand the minutia of software, such as if you have over 2 gigabytes of RAM, there's no point in enabling page filing on Windows, because that just eats up more of your memory and you already have enough RAM to run everything. So why do you need virtual memory? You don't. Also, what's the point in having that System32 folder? It just takes up so much space and it's pointless. So you probably deleted it at least once in your life, because you knew in your heart of hearts that it was useless. And you've told other people to do the same, because at one point someone told you over Yahoo Messenger to do it. Number 4. You finished PLANESCAPE, Torment, and Deus Ex. When it comes to classic PC games, you've finished them all, and I mean all of them. Like, there are no games left that are classics that you haven't finished at least once. And when it comes to games like PLANESCAPE, Torment, or Deus Ex, you haven't just finished them once. You finished them so many times that they've actually added your names to the credits. Yeah, you played them so damn much that they've added your name to the credits even though they were released so long ago. Because you know everything about them. You know more about those games than the developers know. Now sure, there are some small chances that you haven't actually played them, but you ran into a discussion a while ago with a group of friends or strangers that were asking you, hey, have you played this game? It's amazing. And you went, well, yeah, of course I played it. It's absolutely fantastic. I finished it 17 times already with each character on each difficulty level. And I've read your book too. Yes, I have read it, yeah. Because if you didn't admit that you played those games and then just intimidated everyone with your fake knowledge of that game, people may start to suspect that you were actually a console peasant, and we wouldn't want that, would we? And as Donald Trump taught us, the best way to defeat someone that doubts your capabilities is to pretend that you're the most capable person ever and then never actually address it. Number 3. You lie when you say that gameplay is everything. Whenever a console game comes out that actually looks good, like Uncharted 4, you'll say the same thing. Well, graphics don't matter, gameplay is everything, and you know that good gameplay is always on PC. And yet, you play a version of Skyrim that's so modded it will take probably a gigantic server farm to render a single frame, instead of playing Morrowind, which is a much deeper, better game in every way possible, aside from the way combat worked. You're gonna say that graphics isn't everything, even though you refuse to play anything that doesn't have visuals that are on par at least with the first Crysis. You keep saying that, well, gameplay is more important, we should focus on gameplay, and yet, you wouldn't play Ultima Underworld because it looks so pixelated. I mean, it runs at 15 frames a second, my god, that's horrible. You wouldn't play Master of Magic because, I mean, come on, look at the way that game looks. Why can't it look like a modded version with E and Bs and stuff of Total War Warhammer. You wouldn't play Elite 2 Frontier because it looks like it's made out of polygons, and I mean 1 or 2 polygons, not many of them. But when you saw the exact same gameplay in No Man's Sky, just done in a lesser way, you were downright frothing at the mouth. But still, you'll say that gameplay is everything and graphics don't matter, which is why you just bought the GTX 1080, a Founders Edition, because as we all know, those reference designs are the best. And if a game can't run in 4K at 60 frames a second and doesn't look like Crysis 3 modded 10 times over, then it probably sucks. Number 2, you believe that every console game is horrible, and I mean every one of them. You believe that just because a game was on a console at any point in time, it is entirely tainted and unworthy of being on a PC. You say that all console games are crap, that all console games do not have a right to exist. They're just toys. They're just stupid little games that no one should ever play seriously. And yet, you're now waiting for Red Dead Redemption 2 to be announced for the PC. You're anticipating that announcement from E3 or are just waiting for Rockstar to announce that Red Dead Redemption 1, which was released about 5 years ago for consoles, to come out on PC. You'll constantly blast games like, I don't know, Kirby, because it's a console game. It looks like crap. It's gay, probably. But you're clamoring for GTA 5 to come to PC. You will complain endlessly about games being dumbed down for consoles, but hey look, Hit and Blood Money was made with those controls so it would fit better with the Xbox, and guess what? It's the easiest to play Hitman game in terms of controls, and it's the best one ever made. You'll go as far as to protest games like Modern Warfare 2 because they were consoleized, going as far as making a Steam group that will protest that game, and then everyone in that group would play it, because none of you actually has any sort of integrity regarding what you're saying. But still, you just hate every console ever made, because if you didn't, people may suspect you're a console peasant. Number 1, you believe in your heart of hearts that anyone with a lesser PC than yours is less of a gamer. And why shouldn't you? I mean, you spent about $2,000 on your PC, and you're the man. I mean, you are the man's man, you are top dog. Well, there are people that have $4,000 PCs, but let's face it, those people, they're just moneyed people. They have money and just spend it frivolously on just crap, on anything they can get their hands on the most expensive thing without actually having any knowledge of what they're doing. They just bought it because it was expensive. They have no culture. They have no understanding about what PC gaming is. They're probably some console peasants that just made some money off, I don't know, lottery or something, and are now just trying to gather cred for being PC Master Race, but they aren't. So they don't matter. And you will constantly talk down to people that bought $400 PCs because what the hell are you gonna play with a $400 PC? The Whispered World? Minecraft? What the hell are those? Those aren't real PC games. Those aren't real PC gamers. That's not a real PC gaming computer, so they don't matter. They're probably actually console peasants anyway, but you'll matter. Your PC matters. You have more gigahertz than gigahertz can gigahertz because you overclock your PC so well and so high and so hard that you actually need a reverse fusion cooling system just to keep it from going thermonuclear. You have an HDD, a hard disk drive that runs faster than an SSD. And you will tell this to everyone because you know that you have the best computer ever made because it's yours. Your computer can do things no one else can do. Your computer can actually run the BIOS clock, as in the real-time clock, faster because it's that good. So you matter. Your opinion matters. Everything you say matters. Otherwise, if you had just a normal PC, you may as well be a console peasant. Number 0, I guess. Yes, we have a number 0. You forgot this was a joke. PC Master Race started off as a joke. PC Master Race was meant to symbolize what other people called people that actually try to make sense out of PC gaming back when the "all PC games are dead" fiasco. Remember it, right? In every thread you went to, you would see PC games are dead, and someone would come, well, no, they're not dead. We have World of Warcraft, that's the biggest selling game ever made. And someone else would go, oh, PC Master Elite is something like that. Well, yeah, PC Master Race started as a joke about that. About, well, yeah, we are PC Master Racists. And then people took it a bit too far and just became that. Became the kind of annoying people that just started posting everywhere about PC Master Race things. They got into arguments with people over things that didn't actually involve them in any way, shape, or form. People that took this idea, this parody, to, well, I wouldn't say Nazi levels, though this comparison has been made by PC Gamer, which I actually don't get. Maybe it was a joke like this one, but PC Gamer does have a few issues sometimes. But I have seen people say the absolute dumbest things ever, like, if this game isn't on Steam, then I won't buy it because all the good things are on Steam, and if it's not on Steam, it must suck. You know, morons. Now, a lot of people are still in on the joke. They know that PC Master Race is a joke. It's a deliberate parody and exaggeration. But here's the problem. 12-year-olds aren't that bright to understand subtlety, and they will often take this joke seriously and too far. Moral of the story is, if you see someone being an asshat about PC gaming on the internet, feel free to call them out on that, because PC is in the heart, and not in the EP. Never in the EP, no matter how much you agree with number 7, though that would make it the other way around. Tune in next time for Signs You May Be a Console Peasant.
If you enjoyed this show, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Or, if you thought it was horrible, then share it with your enemies and make them suffer. We shall be your weapon of vengeance. But if you liked what you saw, you could, I don't know, maybe donate, because basically YouTube is horrible at revenue, by using the link in the description, or just buy my book. It's a fantasy book about, well, a lot of stuff. I guarantee it won't suck, and if it does suck, you can find me here and complain about it.